What's up, guys? How we doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. But today we're back with some more why we carry stories for that. Why we carry a gun? Like people wonder why do you have to have a gun? Why do you need to carry one? So I try to come up with some stories with some articles that kind of explain or not, but show reasons why we should carry a firearm with us. Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about today. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, so the first one, and these come from Concealed Nation. They're out there. You can look them up. They're stuff all they do really good articles, really good stuff. They report on the things that the mainstream media doesn't, and it's good. Most of it's a lot of like self defense articles and stuff like that, and how to some training tips and stuff like that. It's really good. I encourage you to go check it out. I'm not affiliated by them. They're not paying me to say this. It's just some random site I found that talks a lot about self defense and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get started. Sacramento teen fatally stabbed by transit guard in alleged self defense. So, Sacramento. So, Rancho Cordova, California. A teenage boy is dead following a violent encounter with a Sacramento Regional Transit security guard at a bus station in Rancho Cordova on Thursday afternoon. According to Sacramento County Sheriff's Office, the fatal incident took place near Mill Station Road, close to Folsom Boulevard and Matherfield Road. Authorities say the altercation began when a security guard asked the boy and a girl to stop vaping while riding on the light rail train. The teens eventually exited the train, though it remains unclear whether they did so voluntarily or were removed. The confrontation escalated near a nearby bus stop, where a physical fight reportedly broke out between the male teen and the guard. During the struggle, the guard fatally stabbed the boy. Emergency responders transported the boy to a local hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. SAC-RT released a statement asserting the stabbing was an act of self-defense. According to the transit agency, the two teens allegedly became aggressive after being asked to leave the train, leading to a physical attack on the employees. The ongoing investigation indicates that the employee was attacked by the two teens, which led to the stabbing in self-defense, the statement says. The security guard involved has been detained for questioning. As of Friday, the sheriff's office confirmed that no arrests have been made. The investigation is ongoing, and once concluded, findings will be forwarded to the Sacramento County District Attorney's Office, which will determine whether charges will be filed. No identifying information about the deceased has been released. Safety tip. If you're carrying a firearm for self-defense, it's vital to understand your state's laws regarding use of force. Even in cases of self-defense, your actions will closely be scrutinized by law enforcement and prosecutors. Always seek de-escalation before resorting to physical force. Yes. And I've said that a lot. Yeah, there are some states that actually have a law of duty to retreat, where you kind of you're forced to go away, but we're taught that de-escalate. Shooting or lethal force is always a last resort. It's always something that it's the last thing. It's like if all other options are exhausted, then that's our only other option then that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, it's not like, hey, you looked at me funny, bang. It's not like that. And for us gun owners and gun carriers, those that don't carry a gun and wonder why we carry a gun. It's because of that, and we teach ourselves that we're not just out there carrying guns just so that we can shoot people. That's not our goal. Our goal is to not have to use it. It's to have it in case we do need it. And one thing, like I said, yeah, it was a physical, but it's kind of like, how was his life in danger? It didn't really say if the teens had any kind of weapons or anything. They were just vaping and having fun, and then they attacked him. But again, I'm not the judge or the jury, so I don't know who's guilty in this one. But seems how it's California, and California likes to victimize the criminal and criminalize the victim. So who knows what's going to happen on that one. And one thing I like about this concealed nation and the way they put their articles is they don't do anything about race. It's just a teen was killed by a security guard. It's not that they didn't say any kind of color of any kind of skin, because who knows if the kid was black and the security guard was white, or if the teen was white. It doesn't say that. Who cares? The point is what happened, not what color their skin was. And that's another reason why I like these articles, because they take race completely out of it. And because that's how you're going to end racism, is you quit talking about it and quit using, well, it was a white guy that killed the black guy, or these guys don't do that. I didn't hear any color of any kind of skin in this one. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. And it's just a little short article, but it just kind of tells the story about what happened and stuff. But carry something. Obviously, California is a hard state to carry a gun in. So the security guard had a knife on him at least, and that helped, because he was able to remedy the situation, regardless how you want to call it, if you want to call it de-escalation. He was able to get away, and he was able to protect himself. And that is the good thing about carrying something, because who knows what could have happened. Because it didn't say if, like I said, it didn't say if they had any kind of weapon on them or not. Maybe they were just punching at him or something. But I don't know. Again, was his life in danger? That's the other thing. And could he get away? Could he have just got away, or let him walk, or whatever? Just go away. But anyway, next one is resident defends home from intruder in North Portland. Okay, Portland, Oregon. A man is recovering in the hospital after attempting to break into a North Portland home early Thursday morning after being shot by the homeowner in what police are calling a case of self-defense. According to the Portland Police Bureau, officers were dispatched just before 1:30 a.m. to a residence in the 700 block of North Baldwin Street, following reports that a resident had shot someone trying to force entry through the front door. Upon arrival, officers discovered a wounded man outside the home. Police quickly rendered aid and applied a tourniquet to control the bleeding before the suspect was transported to a nearby hospital. Authorities confirmed his injuries were non-life-threatening. The homeowner, who remained at the scene, fully cooperated with law enforcement. As of now, no charges have been filed, but the case remains under investigation. Self-defense and legal considerations in Oregon. Oregon law allows residents to use force, including deadly force, in defense of themselves or others if they reasonably believe they are in imminent danger or of serious injury or death. In home invasion scenarios, known legally as defense of premises, a resident may lawfully use a firearm if an intruder unlawfully, unforcibly enters or attempts to enter the home. Basically, castle doctrine. which from Oregon seems kind of odd because that's a blue state. But hey, cool, good on you, Oregon. Incidences like this one, highlight the importance of firearm owners being educated about state laws regarding self-defense and home protection. It's equally critical that homeowners remain safe, maintain safe storage practices, and have a clear plan in place for emergencies, including how to communicate with 911 and law enforcement. Safety tip. If you keep a firearm for home defense, make sure it's stored securely, but also accessible in an emergency. Practice using it safely and know your local laws regarding self-defense and the use of deadly force. Basically, a home invasion, or not necessarily a home invasion, but some states would probably frown on that because his life maybe not have been in danger. He was just trying to get in the house. But Oregon has castle doctrine, and that's one thing you've got to know about your laws, because if this would have happened in any other state, this guy could be facing some jail time because his life wasn't in danger. He was just coming in the door. My life wasn't in danger yet. I could have maybe ran out the back door and escaped, because I know California was trying to pass a bill like that. Like, even in your own home, you have duty to retreat. Like, if someone's in your home, you have to get out. You have to try and de-escalate first, or you have to try and get away. And that's kind of dumb. Excuse me. Sorry, it's allergy season. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, you gotta know your local laws for sure, and carry and have, like I said, have one fairly easily accessible just in case. But do maintain a safe storage of them, especially if there's kids around or if you have visitors coming over and stuff like that. You've got to keep it securely maintained, or securely, But anyway, which kind of leads me to my next one, and this is no article on this one. This is just another one from what I heard just on the news from my local news. But there was one in Salt Lake City area, that an 18-year-old kid got killed by his stepdad. And this is a what not to do story here. I try to throw in a what not to do in these, so that kind of like, this is why you need training, and this is why you need to be smart about it, and why not everybody, yes, it's your right to, but not everybody should own guns, because there are some people out there that, but not taking anybody's rights away from them. I'm just saying, be smart. You give us gun owners a bad name. But anyway, he was showing a gun to, some neighbors or some friends that came over or something. He was showing it, and it was loaded, obviously, and he was just like, maybe he was carrying it, he pulled it out of his holster, and he was, showing it to some friends or something, and ended up negligently discharging and shooting his 18-year-old stepson in the head and killing him. There you go. There's at minimum 2 of the safety laws. Well, there's 3. There's at least 3 of the universal safety laws that were broken there. Always treat it as it's loaded. Well, it was loaded, so you obviously weren't treating it as if it was loaded. Never pointed at somebody you're not willing to, or something that you're not willing to destroy. And 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot it. There's at least 3 universal safety laws that were disobeyed in that situation, and you ended up killing your 18-year-old stepson. And now I think he's facing either a manslaughter or a second-degree murder charges for this. he's getting hit pretty hard on this, and Utah's pretty lax about their gun laws, but you use your head. You're giving us a bad name. You know, these some of these people, they, you know, see, now the gun controllers can come in and say, see what happens when you have guns. See what guns do when you keep. That was just one person being stupid, and you know, don't be dumb. You know, because and like I said, he's getting potential prison time. I mean, I don't think it's not first degree murder, obviously, so it's not like life in prison type deal. But he's getting some. He could be facing some severe prison time, and you know, if he gets second degree murder, that could be quite the charge. But if you're going to do that, I mean, be smart. You know the gun is loaded. You obviously know it's loaded. Most gun owners know when their gun is loaded. It's not like, well, I'm not sure if it is or not, but here you go. You know your gun's loaded or not. You know where it's at. Like right here, I know right now, especially when I get home, yes, there's a magazine in there, but there's never one in the chamber. So if somebody gets a hold of it, if I show it around and I'm like, oh yeah, check this out, I know there's not one in the chamber, but I still act as though I still treat it as if it's loaded, even if it's not. Even if I take the magazine out, verify, I still don't put my finger on the trigger. Still don't point it at somebody. I'm not pointing it at you, pointing it at my camera. But I still don't point it at somebody. I still don't put my finger on the trigger until I know it's safe. I don't point it at anybody. And I still treat it as though it's loaded, because it's a no-brainer. Point over there, do my dry fire click, pop the magazine back in, and that's it. Especially when I get home. And I know there's arguments left and right about keep a round in the chamber. I live in a fairly safe neighborhood, so I don't always keep rounds in the chamber. And I know so far at the moment, my kids, they have a hard time, you know, racking the slide. So if they get a hold of it, they would have a hard time loading it. Or if they do get a hold of it and point it at somebody, there's not just automatically a round in the chamber. But I've taught my kids they know better. And I still don't keep them out everywhere. I keep this one because this is my concealed carry. And I just kind of keep it here in the office most of the time, but they don't mess with it. They rarely even see it. They hardly ever even come in here. They know it's there, but if I'm not here, it's with me. So they're not going to get it when I'm not here. If they're going to get it, it's when I'm here, but it's usually on me when I am here. The only reason it's there is because it's early in the morning and I obviously don't sleep with it on me. But anyway, like I said, be smart about it. That's the thing. It's just be smart and teach if you do have kids, teach them right. Teach them gun safety, teach them the same thing, and instill it into their brains so that they automatically know. And I know kids can be kids. That's why you still keep them away from kids, because especially when kids have their friends over, oh, check this out, my dad's, and their friend may not know gun safety laws because their parents. But anyway, I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm just saying be smart. Don't give the rest of us a bad name, because the few ruin it for the many. Those few people that are acting badly and do stupid stuff give the rest of us a bad name and risk all of us losing our rights, and it's not cool. But anyway, that's the video today. Stay armed, stay protected, keep your head on a swivel. If it looks bad, smells bad, feels bad, it's probably bad. So try to stay away from where the trouble is, and always be protected. Always have something on you that can protect yourself. And anyway, do the YouTube stuff down below. There's links below if you feel like it. And appreciate y'all. Love you. See you in the next one.